Hello everybody, Interior back again in another video. Alright guys, it is semi-final time, it is preview time. We had 128 players in the draw when this Wimbledon started 10 days ago. Now we have 4 men left standing. And who are these 4 men? Of course, the number 1 seed, Novak Djokovic, the 6 times Wimbledon champion, the 7 times Wimbledon finalist. He is still left in the draw. Who will take Cam Norrie? Cam Norrie, an underdog that I personally didn't have on my radar when this Wimbledon started 10 days ago. Djokovic, who has been really solid, who has been really consistent, who has been really clutch, who has been really good, especially the first 4 matches where he has shown some great tennis. The only time that he really was pushed to the limit and where he went to the distance was against Jannik Sinner, that quarterfinal, when he was 2 sets to love down. But Djokovic, we all know, after he lost the first 2 sets, he just pushed that beast mode level button and said to himself, you know what, Jannik Sinner, your show is over now, I'm taking over now. It is enough with your show now. It is time for Novak Djokovic's show to take over. And he did. He pushed that beast mode level button in the 3rd, 4th and 5th set and won the 3rd 6-3, won the 4th 6-2, won the 5th 6-2. So, to be quite honest, Djokovic was never in big danger of losing that quarterfinal match against Jannik Sinner. Even though it went to the distance, he was never in danger of losing that quarterfinal match. So, Djokovic has been really good, solid. I think he has lost only 4 sets in 5 matches. He will take on Cam Norrie. Cam Norrie, who survived an epic battle in the quarterfinal against David Goffin. That battle was much closer than the battle between Djokovic and Sinner. Because Djokovic and Sinner, you knew who will be the winner when Djokovic won the 3rd set, especially when Djokovic won the 4th set. That was not the case with Cam Norrie and David Goffin. It was the match between Cam Norrie and David Goffin. Really, you didn't know who will be the winner until the last few points. Cam Norrie was 2 sets to 1 down against David Goffin, but all credit, all respect, he did a great comeback and turned that match around and won it in 5 sets. Despite actually David Goffin winning more points the entire match. He won 151 points, David Goffin. Cam Norrie won 145 points in the entire match. So David Goffin actually won 6 more points than Cam Norrie. But that didn't matter. You know guys, tennis is not a complicated sport. You need to win more points. Tennis is not like many other sports. You don't necessarily need to win more points than your opponent just to win the match. Just win the important ones. Win those break points. Win those set points. And most importantly, convert your match point. Which not all the players do that all the time, unfortunately. Just ask Roger Federer. He bloody well knows all about that. So, but what was the difference? Cam Norrie, he took his chances in the 4th set. Cam Norrie had in the 5th set, Cam Norrie had 1 break point opportunity in that 5th set against David Goffin. He converted. David Goffin had 1 break point opportunity in that 5th set. He didn't convert. And that was all what Cam Norrie did and won that 5th set 7-5. So Cam Norrie is taking on Novak Djokovic, the number 1 seed. Will Cam Norrie have a chance? The head-to-head is 1-love to Novak Djokovic. They faced each other last time in Turin in that round-robin match, indoors tournament, the World Tour finals there. Djokovic gave him a beatdown, 6-2, 6-1. So Cam Norrie didn't stand much of a chance there. It is a different circumstances here on Wimbledon. It is on grass, it is a 5 sets. But Djokovic is the clear favorite according to me here. Djokovic is the man to beat. He has been the man to beat since first day of Wimbledon and he's still the man to beat. We know Jannik Sinner pushed him to the limit in the quarterfinal. I don't think that Cam Norrie will do the same kind of a thing here and push Djokovic to the limit. Sinner is a better player than Cam Norrie. Sinner is a more ball. He's the ball much cleaner than Cam Norrie. Sinner is a kind of a similar. Sinner has a similar tennis style as Djokovic. Takes the ball early, hugs the baseline, have good returns. Cam Nori doesn't have that the same kind of game style like Djokovic. So I think Djokovic's life will be easier against Cam Nori than it was against Sinner. So I think Djokovic takes this semi-final match and wins this in straight sets. The other semi-final, it is a more tricky one, of different reasons. Nick Kyrgios, I had him on my radar when this Wimbledon started. I actually had him on my 7th spot when I did my top 8 favorite list. You have seen that video, knows this. So that Nick Kyrgios is in the semi-final, I'm not surprised at all. Because we know that Nick Kyrgios has a big repertoire, big forehand, big serve, good backhand, solid backhand, good at the net. It's very unpredictable. He's a shot maker. He can take the racket out of your hand. So when Nick Kyrgios plays beast mode level, he can beat everybody in the world, which he has done. He has not beaten everybody in the world, literally speaking, but he has defeated all the big three. He has defeated Djokovic, he has defeated Federer, he has defeated Nadal. And when it comes to majors, he has defeated one of these 3 big members in majors as well once, which is Nadal, the player who he will face in the semi-final on Friday. He defeated Nadal 8 years ago in that Wimbledon 4th round match. That was a long time ago, like I said, 8 years ago. So head-to-head is between Nadal and Nick Kyrgios, 6-3 to Nadal's favor, 2-1 in majors. They faced each other 3 times in majors, 2 times at Wimbledon and 1 time at Australian Open. And Nadal is 2-1 in the head-to-head in majors and 6-3 overall in all matches counting. Look, this match Nick Kyrgios, we know he has the ability to take down Nadal. He has the shot-making skills to defeat Nadal. He has the belief to cross that hard, difficult finish line. Something that is very, very difficult to do against these 2 GOATs, Djokovic and Nadal. Especially in a best-of-5 set match. Sinner took Djokovic to the distance, but Sinner didn't stand a chance in 3rd, 4th and 5th set. Taylor Fritz took Nadal to the distance. Taylor Fritz was much closer of defeating Nadal than what Sinner was of defeating Djokovic. But in the end, when the chips were down, when that super tiebreak started in that 5th set between Taylor Fritz and Rafa Nadal, Nadal more or less closed the unforced store and won that super tiebreak 10-4. So Taylor Fritz was hanging in with Nadal in the entire match, in all 5 sets, despite when that super tiebreak started. Then Nadal more or less pushed that beast mode level button and said, you know what, Taylor, it is enough for you. I want to face that drama queen on Friday. I want to be in that Wimbledon semi-final on Friday. I want to have my chances to play that Wimbledon final, which I have not done in 11 years, since 2011. I want to play my 6th Wimbledon final. I want to be in that semi-final against Nick Kyrgios, because even though that my chances of getting lower and lower in winning this Wimbledon title, because Nadal, we all know he has an abdominal issue in his stomach, where he could barely serve from middle of the match to the end of the match. He more or less had 2 second serves against Taylor Fritz. Doesn't matter. Nadal will not go down without a fight. Nadal will show up on Friday against Nick Kyrgios. Because some of you are believing that Nadal will maybe not show up on Friday. He will show up. He will take all the painkillers that are necessary to do just to show up on Friday. Even if he needs to use 2 second serves on Friday, he will show up. He will try to take down Nick Kyrgios from the baseline, because Nick Kyrgios is not as strong as Taylor Fritz from the baseline. Nick has a stronger serve than Taylor Fritz, because if we see Nick Kyrgios against Christian Garin, actually, even though he defeated Christian Garin in straight sets, the match doesn't reflect. He should not have won in straight sets, considering that Christian Garin had 9 break opportunities and converted in only 1 of them. Nick Kyrgios had 6 breakpoint opportunities and he converted in 3 of them. Nick won 105 points, Christian Garin won 97 points. So Nick actually won only 8 more points than Christian Garin, despite that the match was a straight sets victory for Nick Kyrgios. So Nick Kyrgios And Nick did 35 winners and 29 unforced errors. So Nick does 6 more winners than unforced errors. So it was not like Nick actually steamrolled Cristian Garin like the numbers are saying. Because we all know Nick won 6-4, 6-2, 7-6. So it was a closer match than the numbers are telling, guys. It was the big difference was that Nick was taking his opportunities. Like I said, 6 breakpoint opportunities and he converted 3 of them. Cristian Garin 9 breakpoint opportunities and he converted in only 1 of them. So if Rafa Nadal can somehow take his teeth into Nick Kyrgios' service games and break his serve, and then somehow can hold these service games, then Rafa Nadal has big opportunities and big opportunity to win this match, even though that he's coming with health concerns. But that is not the first time we have seen Rafa Nadal coming into a match with health concerns. We saw that at French Open as well, when he played all 7 matches at French Open with foot concerns. Now he's playing this Wimbledon with abdominal concerns. We have seen he's been taped on his abdominal the entire tournament. So Nadal will take this chance. Nadal will do everything in his power to be in the Wimbledon final. Nadal is not avoiding Novak Djokovic, like some of the comments are writing to me in my videos that Nadal always avoids Novak Djokovic. Nadal is afraid of Novak Djokovic. Nadal doesn't want to face Novak Djokovic. Nadal is escaping. Nadal will lose with purpose. No, Nadal will not escaping. He's not escaping. No, Nadal is not avoiding Novak Djokovic. If Nadal would have avoided Novak Djokovic, he would have retired against Taylor Fritz in the quarterfinal. But he did everything in his power to defeat Taylor Fritz, just to give him chances to be in that semifinal on Friday and to give him another chance to play the semifinal match and to possibly be in that Wimbledon final. Nadal is not avoiding anyone. For God's sakes, the dude has won the first 2 majors of the year. He wants to win all the 4. Will he do it? Most likely not. I don't think he will do it. It will be very difficult if Nadal wins all the 4 majors this year. He will not only be the greatest tennis player of all time, he will be the greatest athlete of all time. The greatest athlete of all time. So Nadal will go into that semifinal he will leave everything on court against Nick Kyrgios. He will take all the painkillers that are required to play that match against Nick Kyrgios as pain-free as possible. And like I said, if Nadal somehow can protect his serve, which he couldn't do that much against Taylor Fritz, he got his serve broken 8 times against Taylor Fritz, he cannot afford quite to get his serve broken 8 times against Nick Kyrgios. He cannot, because Nick Kyrgios has a better serve than Taylor Fritz. Nick Kyrgios doesn't have a better baseline game than Taylor Fritz. No, he doesn't. Taylor Fritz brings a better baseline game to the table than what Nick Kyrgios does. Taylor Fritz has a big backhand, better backhand than Nick Kyrgios. Taylor Fritz he's more consistent from baseline. Taylor Fritz he's the ball. Taylor Fritz hits a heavier ball than Nick Kyrgios, especially from his backhand side. Taylor Fritz doesn't do as many unforced errors as Nick Kyrgios. For God's sake, Taylor Fritz did 56 winners and 35 unforced errors against Rafa Nadal. He did 21 more winners than unforced errors. And despite that many winners and that little unforced errors in a match that took 4 hours and 20 minutes, Nadal still won against him. And Nadal did that with 2 second serves. So Nick Kyrgios, on the other hand, he did only 35 winners and 29 unforced errors against Cristian Garin. So Nick Kyrgios does only 6 more winners than unforced errors against Cristian Garin. So Nick Kyrgios is not a better baseline player than Taylor Fritz. So I think Rafael Nadal, if he somehow can play the match pain-free, as pain-free as possible, he has all the chances to take down Nick Kyrgios. And if he somehow can protect his serve better than he did against Taylor Fritz and not get his serve broken 8 times like he got against Taylor Fritz, Rafa Nadal will win this match. Rafa Nadal will handle Nick Kyrgios from the baseline much better than he could handle Taylor Fritz from the baseline, because Taylor Fritz is a much better player from the baseline than what Nick Kyrgios is. So I have Nadal defeating Nick Kyrgios in 4 sets. I think Nadal will take all the painkillers that are required just to take down Nick Kyrgios. He will fight like his life is on the line. He will give everything on the court. He will leave everything out there just to play that Wimbledon final. Even though it will be Novak Djokovic, I'm pretty confident that Novak Djokovic will be in that Wimbledon final. He is not afraid. He doesn't want to escape. He will not escape. He will not avoid Novak Djokovic. He He knows that Djokovic has his number outside the French Open. He knows that Djokovic is the clear favorite against Nadal outside the French Open, but Nadal will do everything in his power to defeat the drama queen Nick Kyrgios and then face Novak Djokovic in that final. And I think we will get that Wimbledon final between Novak Djokovic and Rafa Nadal on Sunday. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and see you next time. Peace!